For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. We are our grandmother's prayers. We are our grandfather's dreams. We are the breaths of the ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. We are mothers of courage, fathers of time, daughters of dust, and sons of great vision, sisters of mercy, brothers of love, lovers of life, builders of nations, seekers of truth, keepers of faith, and wisdom of ages. We are our grandmother's prayers. We are our grandfather's dreams. We are the breaths of the ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. We are mothers of courage, fathers of time, daughters of dust, and sons of great visions, keepers of mercy, brothers of love, lovers of life, and builders of nations, seekers of truth, keepers of faith, makers of peace, and wisdom of ages. We are our grandmother's prayers. We are our grandfather's dreams. We are the breaths of the ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. We are mothers of courage, fathers of time, daughters of dust, and sons of great vision, sisters of mercy, brothers of love, lovers of life, and builders of nations, seekers of truth, keepers of faith, makers of peace, and wisdom of ages. We are our grandfather's prayers. We are our grandfather's dreams. We are the breaths of the ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. We are one.
Years after the Declaration of Independence identified the inalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, a delegation from the former colonies met in Philadelphia to draft a constitution for a new federal form of government. This document left intact the institution of slavery. For African slaves, freedom and equality were only words. For 4 decades, slavery grew more entrenched and more brutal in the southern states. By 1830, the United States had more than 2 million slaves. Slavery gradually disappeared in the North, and the number of free blacks steadily increased. Free blacks had few rights and many restrictions. In Tennessee, free blacks were forbidden to travel beyond their country of residence. In Virginia, a freed slave could be seized and sold back into slavery to settle a former master's debts. Many states restricted blacks from voting, and nowhere in the country could they testify against whites in court. In the face of oppression and discrimination, African Americans from 1787 to 1829 followed a variety of paths. Some worked to improve conditions by educating and organizing the black community. In 1787, two former slaves, Absalom Jones and Richard Allen, formed the Free African Society that was dedicated to the advancement of blacks. Allen founded a society to promote education for the black child, and he established the African Methodist Episcopal Church, the first independent black church in the United States. There were other free blacks, such as Paul Cuffey and John Rushmore, who thought conditions would never improve for blacks, free or slave. They turned to Africa, where blacks could rise up and be a people. This attempt also found support from some pro-slavery whites who viewed the presence of free blacks as a dangerous example for slaves. In 1812, the United States Congress appropriated money to send a group of black colonists to settle in Liberia on the west coast of Africa. By 1830, the colonization movement had very little impact in America. The majority of African Americans considered the United States their home, and free blacks refused to leave their enslaved brothers. We will never separate ourselves voluntarily from the slave population in this country. We feel there is more virtue in suffering privations with them than fancied advantages for a season. This is the spirit that led free blacks to join white abolitionists in organizing an underground railroad. Two of these abolitionists, John Norton and Roger Newell, were right here in Plainville. By 1808, the railroad, a series of safe houses through which runaway slaves could pass on their way north to Canada, was well established. This railroad conducted more than 100,000 slaves to freedom. This information was taken from the Gathering Storm, Milestones in Black American History by Mary Sisson. We will begin in Africa in the 1600s and bring you to America and let you witness the transgressions of our people. A young man in Africa leaves his village one day to go hunting. He is away for several days, and when he returns, everyone in the whole village has disappeared. Perhaps they have been captured for the slave trade and brought to America.
This song is his call, looking for his people. It's a call and response song. The response is his voice echoing back to him. Feel free to join in. Yado, yado. Yado, yado, mekutela. Yado, yado. Yado, yado, mekutela. Yado, yado.
Yado, yado.
Yado, yado, mekutela.
Yado, yado, mekutela.
spirituals are beginning to take their rightful place in history. Once these songs were viewed as a mournful expression of a downtrodden people, these songs were more than that. Their songs were many times songs of hope. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I ain't got long to stay here. We'll understand it better by and by.
By and by, when the morning comes.
word to the conductor, and the conductor would pass the word on to the slave or slaves who were planning to escape. The message would be brought to the slaves through a spiritual. They might meet in the night for church. The church was not in a building. It was in a place deep in the woods, some place where the master would not hear them. For an angel went down in a certain season into the pool and troubled the water. Whosoever then first, after the troubling of the water, stepped in, was made whole of whatsoever disease he had. John 5, verse 4. It is said that Harry Tubman, conductor on the Underground Railroad, wrote this first song, Wade in the Water. The slaves on the plantation would sing this song to alert runaway slaves that the paddy rollers or patrols were out looking for them. The runaways knew that if they got into some water, it would throw out the scent of the bloodhounds and wash away their tracks. If they could just get into some water and wade in that water, God himself would trouble the water, stir it up, and wash their problems away. And show herself, and then hide and wait. The slaves would finish their work for the day and go back to their cabins. It would be dark then. Harry would sing in the darkness. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land, and tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. A slave would whisper, she's here. The next morning, the overseer counted 6 slaves missing. Black Moses has struck again.
Israel was in Egypt land.
Let my people go.
Oppressed so hard they could not stand.
Let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Hello, Pharaoh, let my people go.
The Lord told Moses what to do.
Let my people go.
To lead the children of Israel through.
Let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Hello, Pharaoh, let my people go.
Oh, Moses, the cloud shall cleave the way.
Let my people go.
A fire by night, a shade by day. came.
Let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Hello, Pharaoh, let my people go.
The Israel out of Egypt came.
Let my people go.
And left the proud oppressive land.
Let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Hello, Pharaoh, let my people go.
Slaves had a way of letting their loved ones know they were leaving. This next song, Steal Away Jesus, had a double meaning. The first slave ship was named the Good Ship Jesus. And if you could steal away to Jesus, you could get back home. He would set you free. As you listen to the words, can you figure out the signal of the conductor who was coming to steal the slaves away?
Steal away,
Steal away to Jesus. Steal away home. I ain't got long to stay here.
my Lord, He calls me by the thunder. The trumpet sounds within my soul.
I ain't got long to stay here. Steal away, steal away, steal away to Jesus. Steal away home. I ain't got long to stay here.
Green trees are bending, poor sinners stand a trembling. The trumpet sounds within my soul.
I ain't got long to stay here. Steal away, steal away, steal away to Jesus. Steal away home. I ain't got long to stay here.
My Lord, He calls me by the lightning. The trumpet sounds within my soul.
I ain't got long to stay here. Steal away, steal away, steal away to Jesus. Steal away home. I ain't got long to stay here.
Chariots were a symbol of escape to heaven and the underground werewolf. Swing Low, Sweet Chariot was used to alert the Freedom Chariot to do just that. Swing low. There were patrols out and the runaways had to be careful and lay low. The verse, if you get there before I do, means hit me this time, but come back and get me on the next trip.
Swing low, sweet chariot,
Coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot. Coming for to carry
Illinois, folks. These gourds kept the water cool and sweet. So the song, Rolling Under, is saying, you're trying to roll me under, keep me under you, by making me drink the water from a gourd. While I am getting the best water, I don't want to go for snow water. Give me the gourd to drink water. The drinking gourd, also known as the Big Dipper, contains the North Star, a star that the slaves followed by night to guide them to freedom. This next song is an oral roadmap to freedom. Listen carefully and learn the way.
Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man's waiting to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. When the sun comes up and the first bell calls, follow the drinking gourd. For the old man's waiting to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. Well, the river bank takes some muddy road, where the trees will show you the way. Well, it's left to much right, travel you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. See the river bends between two hills. You've got to follow the drinking gourd. 'Cause there's another river on the other side. You've got to follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man's waiting to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd.
This next song is proof that slaves encouraged each other to run, especially if someone's life was at stake. Slaves made lots of references to angels in their song. Perhaps because angels had wings and could fly. Oh, if they just had the wings of an angel, they could fly away to freedom. But instead, they had to run. pastor would have a contact person on the plantation that would be met at a pre-appointed time to discuss the trip going. If the conductor didn't show up, the contact person would sing this song in church that night to let the people know the trip had been canceled. And I couldn't hear nobody pray. Couldn't hear nobody pray. Oh, way down yonder by myself. And I couldn't hear nobody pray. Couldn't hear nobody pray. Couldn't hear nobody pray. Couldn't hear nobody pray. And my Savior. Couldn't hear nobody pray. Couldn't hear nobody pray. Couldn't hear nobody pray. Way down yonder by myself, and I couldn't hear nobody pray. Couldn't hear nobody pray. Couldn't hear nobody When William Still published the Underground Railroad in 1871, he included in his description of Harriet Tubman and her work the section of Still's book captioned below with a letter from Thomas Garrett, an abolitionist and station master of Wilmington, Delaware. Wilmington, Delaware, December 29, 1854. Esteemed friend J. Miller McKim, we made arrangements last night and sent away Harriet Tubman with 6 men and 1 woman to Allen Agnew's to be forwarded across the country to the city. Harriet and one of the men had worn the shoes off their feet, and I gave them $2 to help fit them out.
I got shoes.
You got shoes. All God's children got shoes.